It's an art form, but I got it.
From Kim Kardashian's platinum blonde transformation to Zendaya's red carpet locks, celebrity hairstyles aren't just looks, they're headlines.
I remember the second term when I cut bangs. That was every story. I'm talking about nutrition, and the article leads with, "But her bangs."
A single cut can define an era, like the Rachel worn by Jennifer Aniston, or spark backlash, like when Katy Perry dramatically changed her look and divided fans.
People have really strong
opinions
about my hair. For years they have.
But behind every transformation is a stylist the public rarely knows. Someone with full access to a celebrity's face, schedule, and secrets.
I've become so close to my glam squad. I always want it to feel like family.
These stylists aren't just there for beauty, they're part of image control. A consistent hairstyle can become a signature, a rebrand, or a career move.
Kim does the wet look so well, and I get asked all the time, how do you create the wet look on Kim?
In some cases, major hair changes have mirrored personal struggles or turning points, with stylists often guiding those transitions behind the scenes.
Orbe Canalis did my hair. The theme was punk, and it was actually so truly punk, and I wasn't afraid and he wasn't afraid to really go there and to really lean in.
Glam teams are present for emotional moments, big decisions, and the hidden work that goes into building a public persona.
These are 3 women that have really heard all the things that I've gone through before, and I know that they wouldn't say a word.
But that kind of trust can also lead to risk. When the wrong person is in the room, the consequences go far beyond a bad haircut. When a celebrity sits in the styling chair, glam teams become part of their inner circle. They're often present during emotional moments, private phone calls, and sensitive conversations. That level of access is why most A-listers require glam professionals to sign strict non-disclosure agreements. But not everyone respects those boundaries.
I know my boundaries as well. Like, at the end of the day, she's still my boss.
Right.
And I know that, and I respect her.
There have been repeated industry rumors about stylists and makeup artists sharing private information with gossip outlets or using what they've learned behind the scenes to elevate their own brands. While most of these claims never result in lawsuits, the fear of glam team leaks is real and has shaped how celebrities choose who they let in. One of the most high-profile glam breakups came from Joyce Bonelli, who worked with the Kardashian family for over a decade. She helped define their signature looks and was regularly seen in behind-the-scenes content. But in 2018, their professional relationship ended abruptly. While the Kardashians never made a public statement, multiple outlets reported that Bonelli had crossed boundaries, allegedly using insider access for business deals and self-promotion. In Hollywood, where image is everything, one misstep behind a chair can lead to a complete shutdown. Because when a stylist crosses that line, there's rarely a second chance.
Behind the red carpet glam and flawless social media photos, life inside celebrity glam squads can be grueling. Stylists and assistants often work long hours, face last-minute travel demands, and receive little recognition for the final result. Many report being underpaid or not paid at all in exchange for the promise of exposure. Some high-profile stylists who built brands through celebrity clients have faced criticism from former team members. Jen Atkin, one of the most well-known names in Hollywood hair, has been called out by past assistants who described toxic environments, burnout, and a lack of credit. These stories reflect a wider problem in the beauty world, where proximity to fame is often used to justify unfair working conditions. On sets for music videos, editorials, and red carpet events, stylists without big-name clout are sometimes ignored or undervalued, especially if they aren't part of the inner circle. For many, working in celebrity glam means always being on call, staying silent, and taking the blame when something goes wrong. It's a beautiful industry on the surface. But behind the blow dryers and ring lights, the pressure is intense and often exploitative. In Hollywood, hair isn't just about personal style, it's a marketing strategy. Celebrities often maintain a consistent look to align with brand partnerships, album cycles, or press appearances. Stylists are under pressure to deliver not just beauty, but consistency that supports a carefully curated image.
Law had the vision for it. He wanted to do box braids for this, so I stayed up very late getting my hair done.
Some hairstyles become inseparable from the star wearing them. Ariana Grande's high ponytail helped define her signature look.
Taylor Swift switched from curls to sleek straight hair marked a turning point in her public image. Billie Eilish's transformation from black and green roots to platinum blonde was more than a style change. It signaled a new creative era. Hair can also be a statement of control. In one of the most widely covered moments in pop culture, Britney Spears shaved her head in 2007. Though complex and personal, it became a symbol of rebellion against a system that had long dictated her appearance. Stylists are often responsible for maintaining the illusion. The right look can protect a career or distract from what's really going on.
Megan and I started working together, was really focusing on her street style and sort of elevating it and sort of telling the story of who she is in this moment right now.
In South Korea's K-pop industry, hair isn't just personal style, it's part of the brand architecture. Every album release, known as a comeback, comes with a defined concept, a visual theme carefully curated by agencies, stylists, and brand strategists. And the fastest way to signal that shift? A new hairstyle. Blonde hair often signals rebellion or transformation, like when Taemin went platinum during his Move era, or when Blackpink's Jennie debuted bold blonde for her solo promotions. Meanwhile, dark or black hair is used to project seriousness, elegance, or emotional maturity. Pastel tones, think mint, bubblegum pink, or lavender, often accompany debut eras or youthful, playful comebacks like early Red Velvet.
But this isn't just visual flair. In massive groups with 7 to 13 members, stylists use color and cut as a sorting mechanism, making each idol distinct. To fans watching music shows or variety programs, it's not that guy from 17, it's the one with the red hair.
Hair reveals are part of the emotional hook. Teaser photos showing a new color can trend globally, and even casual dye jobs are turned into content, shared in vlogs, live streams, or behind-the-scenes docs. These changes help fans feel intimately involved, creating parasocial bonds that are as powerful as the music itself. But the cost is high. Idols often bleach and re-dye their hair multiple times a year, sometimes even within one promotional cycle. This leads to severe breakage, thinning, and hair loss. BTS's Jimin and Twice's Chaeyoung have both spoken openly about the damage, and some idols quietly wear wigs due to the trauma inflicted on their natural hair. Hair in K-pop isn't freedom, it's a tool of control, used to maintain an ever-evolving fantasy. And when idols deviate, like shaving their heads or returning to natural hair, it's seen not just as a style change, but a personal rebellion. But while K-pop shows how hair can become a controlled brand identity, the opposite often happens in Western entertainment. In Hollywood, not all hair is treated equally.
People don't have no respect for your hair. They pull it, comb it any kind of way, push your head.
And for Black celebrities especially, glam is still a battleground.
Gabrielle Union and Yvette Nicole Brown talking about the union, and they're going on sets and no one can style their hair.
For Black celebrities, getting ready for red carpets and high-profile shoots can come with added stress because many stylists in Hollywood still aren't trained to work with textured hair.
So the Milady's hair book is what we learned from.
All stylists.
All stylists learn from. They just about 5 to 6 years ago just entered a textured hair section in the book. So prior to that, Black stylists, white stylists, we all learned mostly about white hair.
Despite the beauty industry's obsession with trends, diversity behind the scenes has lagged far behind. Gabrielle Union has openly discussed being forced to bring her own stylists to sets because the ones hired weren't equipped to handle her hair properly.
Variety first reported that she was told by producers that her hairstyles were, quote, too black for the show's audience.
Tia Mori has shared similar experiences.
I'm having this conversation right now with my team. Black actresses have to fight to have Black hairdressers on set for us.
Yara Shahidi and other young Black stars have also spoken about the pressure to educate their glam teams rather than simply sit in the chair.
People would generally start requesting my hair straight. And I remember the trouble of having to undo that damage for years.
Even Beyonce, one of the most powerful figures in music, had to advocate early in her career for hair professionals who understood her natural texture. Zendaya's 2015 Oscars appearance, where she wore locks, led to a high-profile incident when a TV host made racially charged remarks.
I think she's just such a tiny frame that this hair to me overwhelms her. Like I feel like she smells like patchouli oil. Or weed.
The backlash was swift. And Zendaya used the moment to highlight ongoing bias in how natural black hairstyles are perceived in mainstream media. For years, the industry favored looser curl patterns and Eurocentric styles, pressuring stars to conform rather than celebrate their natural identity. That narrative is finally shifting, but only because the celebrities themselves demanded it.
This is a time where there is a concerted effort to consider diversity and inclusion. What I really want is for it to not be a fad, not be a trend.
For every celebrity stylist with a brand deal or a viral moment, there are many more working behind the scenes for little or no pay. In Hollywood, it's common for stylists and glam assistants to be offered exposure instead of proper compensation, especially when working with rising stars, influencers, or on unpaid press days. Some stylists have spoken out about being expected to travel for free, work 12 to 14-hour days, and stay on call without guaranteed credit. Others have shared stories of being left out of campaign mentions or red carpet posts after creating an entire look that received global press coverage. It's a system built on visibility, but not everyone gets to share in the spotlight. The celebrity walks the carpet, the look gets praised, but the team behind it is often erased. In an industry where appearance is currency, stylists are the architects of image, but too often, they're paid in promises that never come true. For many celebrities, a dramatic hair change signals more than a new aesthetic. It reflects a personal shift.
I took off my hair, I took off my wig because I wanted to step into who I was.
Hair becomes a way to express freedom, loss, or transformation, especially in moments when public life feels overwhelming or scripted. Demi Lovato has openly spoken about how shaving their head helped them reclaim a sense of identity after years of public pressure.
And when I cut my hair, I felt so liberated because I wasn't subscribing to an ideal or a belief placed upon me.
Selena Gomez's hair changes have often coincided with personal reinvention, with fans linking them to chapters in her health and recovery journey. Willow Smith famously shaved her head during a live performance, later explaining it was an act of emotional release from the expectations that came with growing up in the spotlight. In an industry built on control, hair can be one of the only things a celebrity truly owns. Changing it becomes an act of self-expression and sometimes survival. From flawless waves to bold transformations, celebrity hairstyles can create viral moments, drive product sales, and define entire eras. But behind every red carpet look is a stylist with access, not just to hair, but to secrets, routines, and raw vulnerability. Some glam professionals use that access with care, becoming trusted allies in an industry that's constantly shifting.
What does loyalty look like for you?
Zendaya. Even as a young girl, she has always advocated me to be in every room. Just as loyal she is to me, I am just as loyal to her.
Others cross lines, using private information to elevate themselves, launching brands with borrowed credibility, or pushing too far and getting shut out entirely. Stylists aren't just artists, they're gatekeepers. And in Hollywood, where everything is carefully controlled, the person touching your hair might be the only one who sees the real you.